Bears fans, what day is it? Hump day! Welcome to your Wednesday. More importantly, welcome to official free agency, which begins at 4 p.m. Eastern. So that means the contracts negotiated during this legal tampering period, which has been the last 2 days, can now officially be submitted to the NFL and finalized. So Kevin Byard, DeAndre Swift, Gerald Everett, Jonathan Owens, they can all be officially signed today, and expect that to happen. Expect Sport Track to be updated. More importantly, we'll come to you with stuff with that when it's officially done and we get to see all that, where we sit. But as of today, we're going to go off the assumptions of where we are. I did a video a couple weeks ago on the Bears' needs and the depth chart. I'm going to take that as a basis for this one to give updated needs so you guys can see where we're at. Let's start first on offense. Yes, we have signed a center, but that's a guard, or that's a guard center depth piece. That is not a starting center to me. So we're still lacking a center. I've updated and put both DeAndre Swift here and Gerald Everett here. So yes, we have our tight end 2 filled. We're still going to need a tight end 3, but that's more of a depth piece. We need a slot receiver and we need an X receiver. So we're still missing 3 starters on the offense. And on the defense, we'll go back to the offense first real quick. So here's the depth chart for it, though. You can see no center. We have a backup center. We do need a backup swing tackle, or if we get a high enough tackle that replaces Braxton, he would move to the swing tackle. Either way, we need 3 pieces on offense still. So that's where we sit. You can pause this if you want to, but I'm going to move forward with it. Here is the specialty pieces. We need 2 wide receivers. We could use 3. I don't see us getting 3. We can get 2 wide receivers. I see both of those being filled through the draft. I could be wrong. We might sign someone today. We'll find out very soon. But you see at the bottom there, I've added DeAndre Swift, the halfback position, and Gerald Everett at the very bottom. So this is updated for all of the offense. Then we move to the defense. There's our defense with updated free safety. Now, you can make an argument for defensive interior here with DeMarcus Walker, but let me show you why that's not necessarily something Ryan Poles could do. Either way, we're going to get a defensive end somewhere because there has to be some depth. But here is from a different video I did. Here's the DeMarcus Walker with the Tez effect. So once Tez came over, look at the bottom there. So here's DeMarcus Walker pre-Montez Sweat coming. 11.5 plays between a sack, hit, or hurry, which is actually really good. It's not bad at all. And then you see up above Montez Sweat, 8 plays between a sack, hit, or hurry. So DeMarcus Walker's better than people are giving him credit for. He just doesn't have the huge sack numbers, but he's putting a lot of pressure on. And then post Montez Sweat arriving, 9.38. So one every extra 2 plays. That's pretty significant. But more importantly, his missed tackles went from 33.3%, so 1 out of every 3, to 6.3. Tez really locked down that other side, made it easier for the pocket to collapse. And you can see for the year overall, DeMarcus Walker, 10.13 average on the sack, hit, hurry, and 20.6 on the missed tackle percentage. So really, he played a lot better. He played starter quality after Tez got here. Low-end starter quality, I should say. He's really a rotational piece, but we're not in real bad shape with DeMarcus Walker. No, I don't see him as a long-term fix, but next year's defensive end class is elite. So I really think the idea of Chase Young coming on a 1-year deal is really smart, because I don't see us re-signing him after that, and he can prove himself for someone. And then if he leaves and goes somewhere, we can get a comp pick for him. I mean, there's just so much good strategy to that Chase Young signing, but I don't know. Ryan Poles is into value. Is he hanging out on that? Is he saying we need you for 13 or 12 million or less? And Chase Young wants a multi-year deal. I don't know the answer to that, but let's move forward with our depth chart because that's why we're here. So you can see DeMarcus Walker is in a light red, a pink color because he could be replaced. And if he is, he would go down to the depth piece there with Khalid Kareem. I can see us getting 2 defensive ends, to be honest. Replace Dominique Robinson and Khalid Kareem, DeMarcus Walker, and somebody else as the swing. We'll just see how it has to go. But we don't have a defensive interior piece at all. As everyone knows, Justin Jones went and signed with the Arizona Cardinals. And so he's gone. I didn't see us re-signing him anyways. So Three pieces definitely there. On the secondary, though, that's a whole different story. We are pretty complete. I don't see us doing anything else in the secondary. We really are in a great position with our secondary. All of these players set, good to go. We're in good shape. If we do, it might be someone that comes into training camp and just surprises and plays really well, an undrafted free agent or a player who's trying to reestablish themselves and earns a spot. But I don't see that being through free agency or the draft here. I think we're pretty set there. So here's where we stand. We've got 5 draft picks, 1-1, 1-9, 375, 4-110, 4-122. We need 3 starters, 2 wide receivers and a center. And I put defensive end, you see down the middle of the screen, I put it between starters and depth because you can make an argument that DeMarcus Walker could be moved from starter to depth, but I really have this as our depth. As a backup, Dominic Robinson needs to be replaced. That needs to happen. All right, for our backup roles, we don't have a defensive interior. We don't have a backup guard. Ja'Tyre Carter is awful, one of the worst. Larry Borum, awful swing tackle, one of the worst. And we need a third tight end. Every team carries 3 tight ends, especially with a 12 personnel set. We could occasionally have a 13 personnel set. It could happen. But also, they're very valuable on special teams. Very important part of the special teams program. So I definitely see us drafting a tight end. I'd say with one of those 4th-round picks at this point. But you guys all know me. I'm sold on trading down and getting some more value. What we have left is $22 million roughly in cap space. I went over that in my other video last night after Jonathan Owens was signed. So there's a video there if you want to go check out a better breakdown of the entire cap space and how this $22 million left is calculated. It's all in there. It's more detailed, so go check that out if you want to. But we've got those 8 spots to fill between 5 draft picks and $22 million. So very doable. Very, very doable, especially if we trade down from 1-1 and get 1-2, 236, a 3rd rounder, and a 1st rounder next year. That sums it up. You can sign Chase Young. You can have plenty of cap space to do things during the season. You can create some extensions. We know Tevin Jenkins is coming up. Khalil Herbert's coming up. There's things coming up. So to have that flexibility is really nice. If you can end up with 1-2, 1-9, 236, 376, 4-110, 4-122. That's 6 spaces. You don't expect all of them to start, but then you get Chase Young. That's a really good position to be in. We can even trade down from 1-9. We've talked about all those things. That's not the point here, but this is what we have to work with left. 1-1, 1-9, 375, 4-110, 4-122, and $22 million in cap space to fill those 8 spots right there. So we're in good space. We'll see what happens today. It's just kicking off the day, so we're going to see some kind of action today. We'll see what happens. But I'm right here with you as it happens. We'll be there to break it down for you, to do the analytics as someone gets signed. So until then, bear down and have a great day.